Story about love and ambition. Once upon a time, in a bustling city, there was a 22-year-old boy named Alex. Excited yet anxious, he had just started his first job at a well-known publishing company. On his first day, he found himself overwhelmed by the fast-paced environment. Alex was a bit clumsy. He fumbled with papers and accidentally knocked over a stack of books. He felt nervous and alone, as he didn't know anyone in the office. One day, as Alex was trying to organize his desk, he met a girl named Kaya. She was a 24-year-old girl, hardworking and focused solely on her career. Kaya had been with the company for a couple of years and was known for her strict, no-nonsense attitude. At first, she barely recognized Alex, but soon as she was the best in her job, she had been assigned to help him learn his duties. Kaya guided Alex through his tasks, offering advice but also expecting him to meet high standards. She seemed tough and rarely smiled, but Alex noticed small moments where her caring nature shone through, like when she stayed late to help him finish a project. As weeks passed, Alex spent more time with Kaya, helping her with research, and they even shared lunch together. He gradually started to develop feelings for her. He admired her dedication and passion for her job, but Kaya remained focused on her career, making it clear that relationships were not her priority. Alex respected her wishes but couldn't help falling deeper for her. He tried to ask her out many times, but Kaya didn't want anybody to distract her, and she was only focused on her career path. One late evening, Kaya and Alex worked hard on a very important project. They were both tired, surrounded by stacks of notes and manuscripts, when Alex made a small joke about an embarrassing mistake he had made earlier that week. To Kaya's surprise, she found herself laughing genuinely for the first time in a long time. In that moment, she realized how much she enjoyed his company and how much light he brought into her life. As the weeks went on, Kaya found herself looking forward to their daily interactions, and she began to pay attention to the little things he did. The way he would brush his hair off his forehead when he was deep in thought, or how he took the time to ask for her opinion on creative ideas. One afternoon, while they were discussing a new book project, Alex shared his passion for literature and how he dreamed of making a difference through storytelling. Kaya couldn't help but admire his passion and determination. At that moment, she felt a warmth in her chest, a mix of admiration and affection that was unknown to her. One evening, Alex celebrated a small win at work. He had successfully completed a difficult task. And it was all thanks to Kaya's guidance. When he shared the news with her, he smiled so brightly that it lit up the whole room. Kaya felt a rush of pride and warmth. She realized she wanted to be the one to support him in all his achievements, not just as a mentor, but as someone who deeply cared for him. That moment opened her eyes to her feelings towards Alex. Despite these growing feelings, Kaya reminded herself that relationships could complicate her goals. But every time she saw Alex's charming smile or heard his laughter, it became harder to ignore the connection they had. Eventually, it became clear to Kaya that she wanted him to be happy, whether that involved her or not. That hit her like a wave, forcing her to confront what she felt for Alex, and facing an inner struggle between her heart and her ambitions. One ordinary Tuesday morning at the publishing company, the atmosphere was bustling with the usual sounds of ringing phones and the clatter of keyboards. Employees were busy meeting deadlines and other office stuff. Alex was also at his desk, immersed in editing a manuscript, when suddenly the door went open with a burst of energy. Just then, a vibrant woman with sun-kissed skin straight from a recent trip to Bali appeared at the door, calling out with enthusiasm in her voice. "Where is my son?" The sudden outburst caught everyone's attention. Heads turned in confusion, employees exchanged bewildered glances, and whispers began to ripple through the office. Who was this woman? Kaya, who happened to be nearby, felt her heart skip a beat. She recognized the woman. Once during the office party she had a chance to meet the wife of her boss. And now that was her. Very elegant and confident woman. Kaya quickly glanced in Alex's direction to see how he was reacting. But before anyone could gather their thoughts or even say something, the woman spotted him at his desk. With an excited grin, she walked up to Alex, completely unaware of the stunned expressions surrounding her. "There you are. I've missed you so much," she exclaimed warmly, wrapping her arms around her son. Everybody in the office stood in shock and silence, wondering who that woman was. Gasps filled the air as Carla, the senior editor, knew that woman and whispered loudly to her colleagues, "This is Beth, the owner's wife." Alex greeted his mom but was equally surprised as the other people in the office. "Mom, what are you doing here? I thought you would stay in Bali till the end of summer," he said with astonishment in his voice. But his mom was so happy to see him that she did not pay attention to what Alex was saying. She just said, "Let's go to your father's office and talk." Kaya stood frozen, her mind racing. It dawned on her that Alex, the boy she had spent countless hours with, who had seemed so down-to-earth, was indeed the son of the owner. She tried to process this new information while grappling with her own emotions, feeling a mix of surprise, envy, and a tinge of betrayal towards her own heart for having fallen for Alex. She was happy that she did not reveal her feelings to Alex. Now everything would become more complicated. Kaya had always aimed for the manager position, and she feared that her feelings for Alex could complicate her career. She decided to act like she was indifferent to him, even though it hurt her heart. Kaya did not forget about her goals. She realized that she had to be focused on her career more. She wanted to get promotion, and it was the only thing that mattered for her now. Meanwhile, in the father's office, Beth and Alex had a nice conversation. Beth talked how much she had missed her family and how Bali was a wonderful place and that Alex should go with her to Bali next year. During the weeks that followed, Kaya maintained a professional distance from Alex. Alex wanted to talk to Kaya about that little secret he hid from everybody. Alex didn't want his workmates to know that he was the son of the owner because he feared that it would change how they viewed him. He wanted to prove his abilities to become a professional publisher rather than being seen as the boss's son. Alex worried that people might think that he had received preferential treatment, leading to whispers and rumors. He wanted to earn the respect of his colleagues based on his hard work and dedication, not on his family name. Kaya just said that she understood his choice and that from now on they should be focused on the career even more. Whenever they were at the office together, she kept their interactions strictly focused on work. They would discuss the projects they were collaborating on, brief each other on deadlines, and share updates on their tasks. Small talk about their shared interests was replaced by the coldness of professionalism. Even when Alex would smile at her, she kept her expression neutral, reminding herself that she had to stay focused on her career. When Alex invited her to lunch after completing a project, Kaya politely refused to go. Busy schedules and looming deadlines were her excuses. "I really need to catch up on some work," she would say, forcing a smile, but inside she felt a battle with her emotions. The same happened during celebrations related to their project's success. On the day of the small office gathering to celebrate their hard work, Alex approached her with genuine enthusiasm. "Hey, Kaya, there's going to be cake in the break room. You should join us." But Kaya simply shook her head. "Thanks, Alex, but I have a few things I need to finish up," she replied. It pained her to turn down his invitation, but she knew that allowing herself to connect with him would only complicate matters further. While Kaya distanced herself from Alex, She poured her energy into her work. She dedicated countless hours to her projects, showing a level of commitment and creativity that set her apart from her colleagues. Her ability to meet deadlines while maintaining the quality of her work did not go unnoticed. One project, in particular, showed her talent. She was in charge of a marketing campaign for a new book release. Kaya not only organized the logistics but also came up with innovative ideas that modernized their approach to marketing. She suggested that they should collaborate with influential bloggers to create buzz around the release, a strategy that was relatively new within the company. Kaya precisely executed the campaign, coordinating with various departments and ensuring everyone was on the same page. The campaign's success exceeded expectations, leading to increased book sales and visibility for the company. Her exceptional performance on this project was noticed by the higher-ups, including the owner himself, who admired her initiative and dedication. When the time came for the quarterly promotions, Kaya found herself in the spotlight. Her name came up repeatedly as a prime example of hard work and innovation. Finally, when the day of the announcement of the promotions in the company came, Kaya felt nothing but only the pride and joy. When Kaya heard the news that she had received the promotion, a rush of emotions surged through her. At first, disbelief washed over her like a sudden wave. She stood there for a moment, processing the words of her manager as she announced her name. Was it really her they were congratulating? The hours of hard work, late nights, and sacrifices had paid off. She had achieved her goal through determination and skill, but a part of her wished the circumstances had been different. As she stood to accept congratulations from her colleagues, her eyes briefly met Alex's across the room. He was smiling proudly but standing a small distance away. While her promotion was a significant achievement, it wasn't the only thing that was on her mind. The walls she had built to shield her heart now felt like a barrier separating her from the very person she had started to care about. In that moment, she felt a pang of regret for the connection they could have shared. She remembered how they had shared laughter and challenges during their projects. Now, even with the promotion, the connection they once had seemed overshadowed, leaving her feeling lonely. Nevertheless, Kaya knew she had made the right choice for her career. While she celebrated her success, deep down, she struggled with the reality that distance was still between her and the boy who had unknowingly captured her heart. Kaya knew that this promotion was a reflection of her hard work and talent, but the emotional conflict within her constantly reminded of what could have been. She was determined to thrive in her new role, yet deep down, she couldn't shake the feeling that success was only meaningful when shared with someone who understood her journey. Suddenly she realized that Alex was the right boy for her. They shared the same interests. They were equally dedicated to their work. He understood her like nobody else. He knew what she liked and what she disliked. He cared about her bringing her favorite food to the office when she had no time for lunch. They could understand each other without words. That hit her. He was her soulmate. Was it too late to tell Alex about her feelings? She asked herself. Kaya decided that during the office party celebrating her promotion, she could try to talk to Alex. After making that decision, she felt a relief. She was happy because finally that could bring her inner struggle to end. The day of party came. To everybody's surprise, the party took place in Alex's father's apartment. Normally, all celebrations were held in the office, but this party was supposed to be special. Kaya felt happy, but still not sure of Alex's reaction when she would tell him about her feelings. Although it was the celebration of her well-deserved promotion, all she could think about was Alex, the boy who had unknowingly captured her heart. When Kaya entered the room, the atmosphere was filled with laughter, chatter and joyful noise. She had promised herself that tonight would be the night she would finally tell Alex how she truly felt. Throughout the evening, Kaya looked around the room, her heart racing as she spotted Alex mingling with guests. He looked charming in a well-fitted suit, his smile lighting up the room. She took a deep breath. This was the right time to confess her feelings. She had rehearsed the words in her mind countless times, knowing how relieved she would feel once the truth spilled out. Gathering her courage, Kaya made her way through the crowd. As she neared Alex, she could feel the pull of gravity drawing her closer to him. She would finally tell him about her admiration, her affection, and the ache of wanting to be closer to him. But just as she was about to reach him, the atmosphere shifted unexpectedly. A beautiful woman named Lizzie emerged from the crowd with laughter that sounded like music. She walked with confidence and grace, drawing the attention of everyone in the room, including Alex. He turned his full attention to her, his eyes lighting up with a warmth that made Kaya's heart break into pieces. Kaya felt a wave of panic as she watched them engage in lively conversation. As she stood there, frozen, she watched Alex and Lizzie share laughter and whispers. It was as if they were in their own world. Then, suddenly, to Kaya's shock, Alex took Liz's hands in his and began to speak. The noise of the party faded into a dull murmur as Kaya tried to piece together what was happening. Liz's eyes widened with excitement when Alex kneeled down on one knee, pulling out a small, shiny ring. "Lizzie," he said, "will you marry me?" Time seemed to freeze for Kaya as those words echoed in her mind. The room burst into applause, the guests surrounding them cheering and congratulating the couple. Kaya felt as if the ground had been pulled from beneath her feet. All the courage she had to confess her feelings evaporated into thin air. She stood still, tears prickling at the corners of her eyes, but she forced herself to smile, burying the sense of devastation that filled her. This evening was supposed to be her celebration, her moment for recognition, but instead of it, she felt completely alone. She feared that everyone could see the hard moment she was experiencing, so she stood smiling, pretending that the pain of watching Alex propose to another woman didn't shatter her heart. After a while, Alex's father made a speech congratulating his son and his wife-to-be. But fore and foremost, he wanted to congratulate his best employee, Kaya, who took the company to the next level. Who worked with dedication and proved herself to be the best at what she did. Then Alex approached his father and started expressing his gratitude to Kaya for all the help she had given him. He spoke about how she taught him what it meant to be a good publisher, and how grateful he was for her guidance. Kaya felt a mix of pride and sorrow wash over her. She had worked hard for her success, but in that moment, she realized that she had lost something precious. Something that really mattered in life. That is, love. Kaya tried to focus on the congratulations from her colleagues, the excitement about her promotion, and the warmth of support surrounding her. Yet, the image of Alex on one knee, looking overjoyed with Lizzie, stayed in her memory forever. It was a bittersweet irony that she was the center of attention on a night meant for her, yet she felt more isolated than ever. She forced herself to make small talk and accept compliments with a fake smile. Despite her promotion, Kaya understood that success would never fill the emptiness left by her unspoken love for Alex. She walked away from the celebration, determined to focus on her career but knowing deep down that she would always long for the boy who had unknowingly touched her heart. And so, their paths parted, each carrying their dreams and their regrets, reminding us that love can be complicated, especially when combined with ambition. The end. Thanks for watching.